Hello, consumers of internet that appreciate cars. Welcome to this. My 1983 Datsun 280ZX that I purchased with the intent for it to possibly go home with one of you, which I'll have some more details on that towards the end of the video. Previously, in the last video, I had just installed a set of period correct Hayashi racing wheels from Japan, which I purchased for the car along with a set of long discontinued Takiko lowering springs. While everyone loves installing aftermarket parts to make a car look good, no one likes a car that is unreliable and has mechanical issues. So this cannot be. It's dirty, it's leaking, it's dirty. I managed to find a shop in the state of Indiana that rebuilds OEM steering racks for these cars. Did you survive shipping? Hopefully you did. Look at that. It's repainted and everything. Nothing makes me happier than getting a genuine OEM part to get to relive a new life again in another vehicle. Yeah, that looks correct. Had I been a smart particular individual, I would have left that nut loose. Apparently it's fairly common for these S130 chassis 280ZXs to have power steering leaks, which this one absolutely did, and was likely the reason why the underside of this car was so filthy when I first bought it. Always remember, folks, shapes do shape things regardless of what shape they are attached to. Ideally, I should be able to do this without having to drop the subframe. I've never worked on an S130 chassis before, but I'm pretty sure I can just plop it out that way. Shapes do shape things. Yep, that can just drain right there. Ouch. Oh, that one's really tight. Smooth rain pliers, hopefully to the rescue. Got it. Oh no! Don't worry about what I had that hammer for. You know, the benefit of having a power steering leak is that it should have kept, in theory, the hardware lubricated, which means hopefully it's not seized for me to remove it. That flashlight's gonna fall and I'm gonna knock over this camera. I'm gonna move my camera. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna turn. Are you kidding me? Aha! Oh, it is directly threaded. Well, I'll be Uncle's monkey. Gator golf, give it a whack. Wrenching by Braille here. I could see this was starting to foreshadow how this job was going to be. This is why I spent the last video scrubbing the underside of this car. Oh great, this one's gonna suck. Socket maybe. I'm so glad this is right next to a f***ing super sharp heat shield. Someone won this car and then they had to do this job, they'd hate me. Come off a f*** nut, don't become a f*** nut. I'm gonna have like a 50 gigabyte file because this camera's been recording for 25 minutes now. There, I got it. Judging by how gross the steering rack was when I bought the car, it should have been a good indication that it wasn't a fun job to accomplish. That's why no one else had done it in the past. Nothing like repositioning your camera and getting it full of goo from working on a car. There we go. It's a fairly large rack, so he said. So hopefully, please just slide out the side. It's slowly coming out. There we go. When I was little, my mom always used to say, patience is a virtue. I thought it had something to do with doctors that were religious. I don't know, but now I get it. Look! I love that. I forgot a line that goes to the passenger side. I didn't forget it, I just didn't know it was there. But I mean, you would think if fluid has to go from one side to the other side. Yeah. Even after scrubbing the underside of the car, it still was not possible. What is stopping you? Ow, my thumb's stuck. Okay, yep, remember how that goes in there. Shapes, Sarah, shapes. You must rotate. Well, that new one's gonna get scratched up, taking it out, that's for sure. There we go. Ham sandwiches. Scrape all the schmoo off of here. Really wish I could use my dry ice blaster to do this, but oh geez, I don't even know where to start with this mess. Just smear that in with some dirt. The area where the rack sits has been degooed at least. Before I can even think about reassembling that car, everything has got to be clean that I have touched or I'm about to touch. Give this thing a hot bath of noise. Whilst my robot jambalaya cooks up over there. Ugh, I just cleaned the floor. What is wrong with me? Apparently the rebuilt rack came with hose. And usually it's the other way around. Since this is a tube, it just makes sense to use a wipe on it. That didn't make sense. Well, it's cleaned up pretty nice. That's better. It's the following day, and I decided to act like crisscross and jump around a bit. That was really bad, huh? Hit pop. See which model head this was. P79. This one has the P79 head on it. Even though the car ran good when I bought it, I wanted to make sure it had fresh OEM spec maintenance parts on there. Surprisingly enough, you can still get genuine Nissan parts for some of this. The other cylinder head that these were available with was the P90 head, which I believe is more desirable for people that go the forced induction route. Much like my 83 Audi Or Quattro, the L28E is not a cross-flow head, meaning the exhaust and intake ports are both on the same side. Because I bought this car about 6 or 7 months ago, the gas that's in the tank is a little old, so that might contribute to these plugs being a little gunked up. Actually, these plugs look quite a bit older than I thought. It looks like they got quite a few heat cycles on them. I'm actually gonna swap to a BPR 6ES-11. For those of you that know these engines, this is kind of the preferred choice model spark plug for them. According to the tech data, for these L28s, you want anywhere between 0.39 and 0.44 for your plug gap. And since the new plugs are measuring in at 0.42, I don't have to do anything to them. I can just stick them right into the car. Typically, I'm not a fan of putting colored parts on engines. However, if you know what these are, you know why they are the way they are. Also, these are not a sponsored part. This is satisfying. Go inside your home right here. Oh, this is so much better. I'm so excited for these. If I had the ability to do my own vapor blasting, zinc coating, and powder coating, I would probably freshen up any of the parts I remove, but unfortunately, I don't have that kind of equipment. It would make sense if I'm doing all this to do the cap and rotor whilst I'm at it. Ouch, that's in a precarious place. Just a random guess, but I'd say that's probably been over 10 years or so since that's been replaced. Yeah, you can tell it's been quite some time since this thing had a tune-up. It's got some miles on it for sure. That right there is a genuine new old stock made in Japan distributor cap. Now I did not order an ignition coil for this thing, and I'm not opposed to it. Let me see how it runs first, and then maybe I will. It is a spicy one out there today. All right. Based on how black those plugs were and how old that coolant temp sensor looks, I have a feeling that needs to be replaced, so I ordered one. That sensor is extremely important on how the fuel injection system on these engines operate. If that sensor's bad, it's gonna run super rich and like crap when it's cold. And just like that, it's already the following day. I had to get a haircut yesterday, so it was a short day. Anyway, it kind of sucks that I have to take these lines off to install it, because that means I'm gonna have to re-bleed. I think this whole thing's pre-bled. Well, let's try to do this without scratching it all up. I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Stay over there. Got it. Made a little bit of a mess. It's nice to know that you can do this rack without dropping the subframe or the engine. Just when I thought it was going smoothly. You gotta be f***ing kidding me. This thing is clocked incorrectly. Note the orientation of the two lines in relation to the head that connects to the steering shaft. They're clocked in the wrong direction, so I can't attach a line to it. So you can see inside there where this is repainted, there's bare area that doesn't have paint on it. So that means this is clockable. There we go. Yep, and there's the paint marks. It just got moved in shipment. Make sure that's clocked exactly the same. Take you along with me. Okay. This thing that goes around that. Yeah, something like that. Oh man. This has been absolutely, without a shadow of doubt, one of the most irritating jobs I've done in a while. Fairly certain my steering wheel is going to be crooked after this. I'll have to readjust, but whatever. Some of you might have caught on to the fact that I'm reusing the steering rack bushings. They were serviceable, but old, but I couldn't get new ones for this thing. The only company that makes new ones are out of stock. So at least you can change them without having to pull the rack out. I think that's it. I'm trying to smush this on top of the rubber and then thread this, but look how short it is. It's like a chode bolt. These are symmetrical, yes. On a positive note, I was able to get these bushings in and out without having to remove the steering rack. Oh, I hate this. This can eat a dick. Oh, what did you do today, Sarah? Oh, nothing. I spent 6 hours putting a steering rack back in. This heat shield is razor sharp. Stay off. Wait, oh, it's staying. Oh my God. Okay, that should be good right there. Yeah, they're a little bit pigeon-toed, but I can throw it on my 4-post and do a quick alignment. Unfortunately, because I had to take those lines off, I introduced a bunch of air into the system now. Suck this thing dry. Ow! Hit me in the shin! Well, that actually looked pretty good. Put the filter back in. Even though the fluid that came out of that thing looked clean, I'm completely just draining and flushing the whole system. I'm using some Robot Juice brand power steering fluid because advertising isn't free. I could probably use my vacuum bleeder, possibly, to do this, but I don't know. This is how I did it in the Ranger. Let's suck it down a little bit and probably have to start the car to do the rest. Nothing's leaking down here, that's good. So to properly bleed this system, the last thing I want to do is start the engine, because when that pump starts spinning fast, it's just going to aerate all the fluid and then kind of defeat the purpose. I don't want the engine to start, so if I pull this guy off the coil, I should be able to turn the engine over and slowly pump some of the fluid into the rack. There we go. Yep, it went down. It's probably flooded, but here goes. The following day, I figured I'd stay on theme with what I've been doing. Oh, Jesus. According to manufacturer tech data, this car is capable of using a wide range of different oil viscosities, all the way up to 20 W50 for hot climates. I live in a hot climate. I don't know if this car will end up in a hot climate. I'm not using 2050, that's kind of wild. It's had 1040 in it from what I can see on the maintenance records most of its life. All right, I'm gonna guess like right there. Good guess. That oil actually looks like it wasn't changed that long ago. It's literally a prehistoric fossil of a crush washer. I've never seen one that mashed. There's like 2 of them on there. Got a fresh cup of crush washer on there. There was a little bit too much effort put into that New England accent that time. This one is equipped with a Stone Temple Pilots oil filter. Must be the Interstate Love Song formula. Oh yeah, that's gonna pee oil all over my clean steering rack. Not if I can help it. Put a rag over it. That was a good call on that rag, because that would have just made a mess all over that clean steering rack. And that right there is a genuine Nissan oil filter. Since I don't want to give away free advertising to a giant oil corporation, even though I'm giving away free advertising to a giant automotive corporation, that's different though. That's sick. It has it in Japanese writing on the other side. That's how you know it's good. But it rhymes with smell Bobella T6. I primed it a little bit. I don't want it to go all over the place. I need to make sure it's clean. Jeez, that oil cap is on tight. It's actually the same stuff I run the MR2, just I run 540 in the MR2. Because I bought this car like 7 or 8 months ago, it had just been sitting and the gas that's in it is getting kind of old. I'm changing the fuel filter on it. Genuine Nissan OEM fuel filter. If there's one thing I can't stress enough, regardless of what type of car you own, always use OEM branded replacement parts for doing maintenance, or better, like upgraded. These fuel lines are super nasty. Oh, I'm gonna get fuel everywhere. That gas smells old. Without a shadow of a doubt, these are the original fuel lines from 1983 on this. So that's a fuel line, and that's not what you want to see. So good thing I'm changing that. Oh, weird, it's got some little claws. Oh, it's to hold that hose. That's neat. Oh, that's a mess. Whoops. You know though, gasoline is a great solvent and cleaner, so maybe it'll make it even nicer. Dude, that fuel filter probably hasn't been changed in as long as I've been alive. Well, maybe not, because the car's only 2 years older than me, but still. What the hell am I stepping on? Crunions? It's like a crouton and a funyun combined, a crunion. Like bunions for your feet, crunions. Now, as many of you already know, I am doing a giveaway on this 280ZX. There's no purchase necessary to enter or win. The full details are listed on my website, sarentune.com, where you can also subsequently go to purchase RoboBubble detailing products or merchandise. Every dollar you spend will gain an entry to win either that car or a cash-only prize option in case you don't want the car. Fillet it like you do a shrimp before you put it on the Barbie. That'd really suck if I started cutting the new one. Oh! That's how you take a bath in gas. Why is my glove filling up with gasoline? I don't consent to that. There. Supply and return lines from the hard lines up to the hard lines have been replaced. I got that fresh OEM fuel filter. And I'm gonna siphon all the old gas out of here and put some fresh stuff in it too, just to be safe. As far as a tune-up is concerned, I got a bulk of the things taken care of I wanted to do, which is a huge plus. The next video that I do on it, granted all the parts are here, which they should be, will be in the sound department. And before I go, I know some of you guys have been asking about the Celica. I will have another video or two coming on it. I got to trailer it to a dyno to do a tuning session on it, and then there'll be some other stuff, a car review. My dad's building a garage right now, so this is kind of giving him some time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.